The world was not always broken. It was once a single vast continent, a place of harmony and shared magic. But that time is long past. It lives only in faded scrolls and whispered stories. Now, the shattered realms exist, 5 kingdoms torn apart. They drift like islands in a star-strewn void. Each realm is a world unto itself. In the south, the Fire Kingdom burns. Its mountains spew molten rock. Its rivers flow with liquid flame. To the north, the Ice Kingdom lies frozen. Glaciers carve through valleys of eternal frost. The very air can freeze a breath in one's lungs. Between them, shrouded in perpetual twilight, is the Shadow Kingdom, a land of secrets and hidden paths. Then, there is the Light Kingdom, a beacon of hope. Cities built from crystal, glowing with an inner luminescence. And finally, the most enigmatic of all, the Time Kingdom, a place where past, present and future dance together in a dizzying display. The people of these realms have grown different. They have adapted to their homes. The folk of the Fire Kingdom are passionate and fierce. Their skin carries the warmth of their homeland. The children of the Ice Kingdom are resilient and stoic. Their resolve as hard as the ancient ice. Those from the Shadow Kingdom are cunning and quiet, moving unseen. Their motives their own. The inhabitants of the Light Kingdom are noble and just, seeking to preserve beauty in a fractured world. And the people of the Time Kingdom are wise beyond their years, seeing patterns others cannot. Yet, a fragile connection remains. Great celestial bridges, forged by the ancients, sometimes appear in the sky. They shimmer into existence for a short time, the only way to travel between the realms. But the crossings are dangerous. The void between worlds is not empty. It's filled with forgotten beasts and chaotic energies. Few dare to make the journey. The kingdoms have grown isolated, suspicious of one another. The shared history has become a collection of separate, warring tales. The echoes of a broken world are all that is left. In the oldest corners of every kingdom, a legend persists. It's a story whispered by elders to wide-eyed children. It's a tale etched into crumbling stones and forgotten places. The legend speaks of a cosmic balance. It says that the 5 realms were not just torn apart, they were created to hold a delicate equilibrium. Fire, ice, shadows, light, time. Each is a pillar supporting the very fabric of existence. Each element is a check upon the others. They're meant to exist in harmony, not in isolation. The legend warns of what happens when this balance is disturbed. The prophecy is vague. It speaks of a time when the stars will bleed, when the void between the realms will grow hungry. This will be a sign of a coming cosmic war, a conflict not just between kingdoms, but against a darkness that seeks to unravel all of creation. The legend says that the separation of the realms has weakened them. It's made them vulnerable. A force from beyond the known universe watches. It waits for the perfect moment to strike. It waits for the balance to finally shatter, so it can consume the pieces that remain. The prophecy also speaks of hope. It foretells that when the darkness comes, a force will rise to restore the balance. But it doesn't say what this force is. Is it a person? A legendary warrior of immense power? An object? A long-lost artifact from the time before the Sundering? An idea? The coming together of the 5 kingdoms, uniting their strengths against a common foe? No one knows for sure. The texts are old and fragmented. The meaning is lost in translation and time. The legend is a riddle wrapped in a warning. This is the world of the Shattered Realms, a world of breathtaking beauty and immense danger. A world of divided peoples and forgotten history. The skies above each kingdom are a constant reminder of their isolation. The endless void whispers of a looming threat. The people live their lives, unaware of the cosmic war that is coming. They are unaware that their destiny is tied to the other 4 kingdoms. In a world where realms collide, only one force can restore balance. The time of the prophecy is drawing near. The Shattered Realms await. In the southern expanse of the void, the Fire Kingdom burns eternal, sweeping volcanic peaks and lava rivers, city carved into a dark mountain. This is a realm forged in primal chaos. The very ground pulses with heat. Great volcanoes dominate, their peaks perpetually wreathed in black smoke. They're the jagged teeth of a world that is always consuming itself. Rivers of molten lava carve glowing paths through valleys of black obsidian. The air shimmers with a heat that would scorch the lungs of any outsider. This is the Ashen Heart, a land of brutal, unforgiving beauty. There is no gentle rain here, only showers of hot ash that blanket the ground. The sky is a tapestry of orange. The sky is a tapestry of red. The sky is a tapestry of deep crimson. Suns do not rise and set here in the conventional sense. Instead, massive orbs of concentrated fire drift through the upper atmosphere, casting a searing, ever-present daylight upon the land below. At night, these fire orbs dim to a smoldering glow, and the lava rivers become the realm's true constellations. The people of the Fire Kingdom do not fear the flames, they are born of them. Their cities are built into the sides of dormant volcanoes or upon vast plateaus of cooled basalt, structures of dark, igneous rock built to withstand the world's fiery temper. The people of this realm are known as the Pyrians. Their skin holds a natural warmth, a deep, ruddy tone from a life lived under the fire orbs. Their hair is often the color of embers, deep red. Their hair is often the color of embers, stark black. They are a passionate and volatile people. Their emotions run as hot as the magma beneath their feet. They laugh loudly. They love fiercely. They fight with an unyielding ferocity. To the other realms, they're seen as destructive and aggressive. But to themselves, they are simply alive. They embrace the raw power that surrounds them, seeing it not as a threat, but as the source of all strength. Life in the Ashen Heart is a constant test of endurance. The Pyrians have learned to draw power from their environment. Their mages, known as flame callers, can summon fire from thin air. They can shape lava into weapons. They can shape lava into shields. Their warriors coat their blades in flammable oils that ignite on contact. Even their farmers have adapted, cultivating resilient fire melons and ashroot vegetables that thrive in the volcanic soil. This is not a land for the weak. Every day is a struggle against the overwhelming power of nature, a struggle that has forged the Pyrians into a people as hard and sharp as obsidian glass. The culture of the Fire Kingdom revolves around strength and honor. Two Pyrian warriors duel on black rock, swords aflame. Their society is built like a pyramid, with the most powerful flamecaller at its apex. This ruler is known as the Ignis, the living embodiment of the realm's power. To become the Ignis, one must prove their might in the Great Crucible. It's a trial by combat held within the caldera of the largest volcano, Mount Vorlag. Challengers face not only each other, but the volcano itself. They must show mastery over fire and courage in the face of annihilation. The winner earns the right to rule, by fire. Honor is the currency of the Pyrians. A broken oath is a stain that can never be washed away. Their laws are simple and absolute. Disputes are often settled through duels, where combatants wield blades of fire until one submits. These are not fights to the death, but tests of will and skill. To be defeated is not a shame, but to refuse a challenge is. This strict code binds their society together. It channels their volatile nature into a structured system of respect and hierarchy. Every Pyrian knows their place, earned through their own strength and the honor they show to others in their community. Their legends do not speak of gentle gods or peaceful creators. They tell tales of ancient fire elementals, beings of pure energy that first shaped the realm. The Pyrians believe they are the descendants of these primal spirits. Their rituals are not quiet prayers but roaring celebrations of power. During festivals, flamecallers conjure magnificent displays of pyrotechnics, dragons of fire that dance in the sky, phoenixes that erupt in showers of sparks. They believe that fire is the ultimate purifier. It burns away weakness, falsehood, and decay, leaving only what is strong and true. They see the Ice Kingdom as a place of stagnation and death. The Shadow Kingdom is a haven for cowards who fear the light. The Light Kingdom is naive, its people weak and untested. And the Time Kingdom is irrelevant, lost in its own riddles. The Pyrians believe that their fire is the only force that can truly cleanse the shattered realms. They see the coming cosmic war not as a threat, but as an opportunity. A chance to prove their strength. A chance to burn away the rot and forge a new world from the ashes. a world united under the banner of flame. To the far north, suspended in the cold, silent void, lies the Ice Kingdom. It's a world of stark and breathtaking beauty, a realm locked in an eternal winter. Vast glaciers like frozen rivers crawl across the land. They're colossal, unstoppable forces, grinding mountains into dust over millennia. Endless panorama of white, blue, towering peaks of ice pierce a pale crystalline sky. Deep, frigid fjords cut into the coastline. This is the Glacial Throne, a kingdom built upon foundations of ancient, unyielding ice. The air here is thin and sharp. It bites at any exposed skin. Even a single unwary breath can feel like swallowing needles of frost. There's no sun here, only a distant, pale star that offers little warmth. Its weak light refracts through the ice, creating a perpetual dream-like twilight. The nights are long and profoundly dark, but they're seldom without light. The skies often dance with ethereal auroras, ribbons of green, blue, and violet light swirl and pulse, a silent celestial ballet illuminating the frozen wastes below. The silence of this land is its most defining feature, broken only by the howl of the wind, or the distant crack of a glacier calving into the sea. The people of this realm are the Cryonians. They're a reflection of their homeland, patient, resilient, seemingly cold. Their skin is pale, almost translucent. Their hair, snow white, shimmering silver. Their eyes are often the color of the deep ice, a piercing shade of blue. They've adapted to the extreme cold, their bodies conserving heat with remarkable efficiency. They move with a quiet, deliberate grace, wasting no energy. To outsiders, their stoicism can be mistaken for a lack of emotion. But beneath their calm exterior lies a resolve as strong and unbreaking as the permafrost on which they live. Life on the Glacial Throne is a testament to perseverance. The Cryonians don't fight their environment, they live in harmony with it. Their cities aren't built upon the ice, but carved from it. They are magnificent structures of living glacier, glowing with a soft inner light. Their mages, known as frost weavers, can shape ice and snow with just a thought. They mend the glacial walls of their cities, conjure blizzards to conceal their movements. Their hunters track great white-furred beasts that roam the ice fields, using every part of the animal to survive. This isn't a land of overt passion, but one of deep, quiet strength. Cryonian society is structured around the collective. The individual is always secondary to the survival of the clan. Their culture values wisdom and endurance above all else. They're led not by a single monarch, but by a council of elders. Men, women. Their accumulated knowledge guides the Cryonians. This council meets in Isengard, in a chamber of ancient ice, the ice itself holding memories. Their decisions are made slowly with great deliberation, and are always for the good of the whole. Tradition is the bedrock of their civilization. Their laws aren't written in books, but passed down through generations as epic sagas and songs. These tales are recited during the long, dark nights of winter. They tell of the great ice worms, primordial beings whose frozen breath formed the world. They recount stories of heroes who face down impossible odds not with fiery rage, but with unshakable patience. To a Cryonian, their history isn't just a story, it's a living guide. It teaches them that the greatest strength isn't in the attack, but in the ability to endure anything the universe throws at you. Their rituals are solemn and quiet. They don't have explosive celebrations like the Pyrians. Instead, they mark the passing of seasons with quiet moments of reflection. During the deepest point of winter, they practice the Great Stillness, a period where all activity ceases. They meditate in the silent darkness, seeking to connect with the unmoving spirit of the ice. They believe that true power comes from within, from a calm and centered mind. Their frost weavers don't command the ice with force. They ask for its cooperation. They see themselves not as masters of their element, but as its partners. This philosophy shapes their perception of the other realms. Fire Kingdom, reckless and childish. Shadow Kingdom, untrustworthy, secretive. Light Kingdom, fragile, hopeful, but vulnerable. Time Kingdom, lost in abstraction, detached from physical threat. The Cryonians believe that only they have the fortitude to withstand the coming cosmic war. They will not rush to meet it. They will wait. they will endure. And when all other realms have fallen, the ice will remain. Between the searing heat of the south and the biting cold of the north, there lies a realm shrouded in eternal twilight. This is the Shadow Kingdom, a land that exists in the spaces between light and darkness. It's a place of secrets, whispers, and unseen paths. The landscape here is muted and mysterious. Towering, razor-thin mountains of dark purple rock claw at a sky that never knows the sun, nor the true blackness of night. A permanent, heavy mist clings to the ground, muffling all sound and obscuring vision. Rivers of thick, inky water flow silently through deep canyons, their surfaces reflecting nothing of the gloomy sky above. This is the Veiled Dominion, a kingdom that hides itself from the eyes of the cosmos. There is no direct light here. The realm is illuminated by a faint, ambient luminescence that seems to emanate from the very air itself, and from strange, phosphorescent fungi that grow in massive clusters on the rocks and trees. This perpetual twilight casts long, shifting shadows that seem to have a life of their own. It is a world of soft edges and uncertain forms, where the line between what is real and what is illusion is constantly blurred. The cities of the Shadow Kingdom are not built in the open. They are hidden away in deep subterranean caverns, or cleverly constructed within the hollowed-out peaks of the tallest mountains, their entrances concealed by powerful illusions. The inhabitants of this realm are known as the Umbrans. Their skin tones range from pale gray to deep violet, and their eyes are often solid black or silver, perfectly adapted to the low light. They move with a silent, fluid grace, their steps making no sound on the stone floors of their hidden cities. The Umbrans are masters of stealth, secrecy, and misdirection. They value cunning and intellect far more than brute strength. To the other realms, they're seen as deceitful and untrustworthy, a nation of spies and assassins who lurk in the darkness. But the Umbrans see themselves as pragmatists, survivors in a universe that punishes the foolish and the loud. Life in the Veiled Dominion is a game of whispers and shadows. The Umbrans have learned to harness the strange, twilight magic of their home. Their mages, called Shadow Weavers, can manipulate darkness itself. They can craft illusions so real they can fool all five senses, teleport through shadows, and render themselves completely invisible. Their warriors are not heavily armored brutes, but silent stalkers who use poisoned traps and the element of surprise to overcome their foes. They have cultivated a society where information is the most valuable commodity. To know a secret is to hold power over another, a philosophy that permeates every aspect of their hidden lives. Umbran society is a complex web of hidden alliances, secret societies, intricate power plays. There is no single, overt ruler. Instead, the kingdom is governed by a shadowy cabal known as the Court of Whispers. The identities of its members are a closely guarded secret, known only to a select few. They rule not by decree, but by manipulation. They pull the strings from behind the curtain, using their vast network of spies to maintain control and navigate the treacherous currents of their society. To the public, it appears as though the kingdom runs itself, a testament to the court's subtle and pervasive influence. Deception is not just a tool for the Umbrans, it is an art form. Their culture celebrates subtlety and cleverness. Their legends tell stories of trickster gods who outsmarted powerful primordial beings, not with force, but with wit. Children are taught riddles and complex games of strategy from a young age, honing their minds for the political landscape they will one day have to navigate. A direct confrontation is seen as a failure, a crude and unsophisticated admission that one has run out of better options. The greatest victories are those where the opponent does not even realize they have been defeated until it is far too late. Their rituals are performed in absolute secrecy, in soundproof chambers deep beneath the earth. They do not worship gods of light or creation. They pay homage to the void itself, the silent knowing darkness between the stars. They believe the shadows are not empty, but filled with knowledge for those who know how to listen. Their shadow weavers do not command the darkness. They become one with it. They seek to understand its nature, to learn its secrets, and to use its power, to protect their realm from those who would expose it to the harsh light of the other kingdoms. Their magic is one of perception, illusion, and quiet power. The Umbrans view the other realms with a mixture of pity and contempt. They see the Pyrians as predictable brutes, all passion and no thought. The Cryonians are rigid and slow, their patience a form of paralysis. The people of the Light Kingdom are naive fools, blinded by their own self-righteousness. And the inhabitants of the Time Kingdom are navel-gazing academics, useless in a real conflict. The Umbrans are convinced that only they truly understand the nature of the cosmic war to come. It will not be a war won on battlefields, but in the shadows it will be a war of information and assassination, a game they have been playing for centuries. They are ready. Far from the smoldering ashes and the perpetual twilight, there exists a kingdom bathed in unending brilliance. This is the realm of light, a beacon of hope and order in the fractured cosmos. Its landscapes are breathtakingly beautiful, a testament to harmony and grace. The realm is a constellation of floating islands, each one a verdant paradise. Crystalline rivers flow with pure, glowing water, cascading down the sides of the islands in shimmering waterfalls that never reach a bottom, instead dissolving into a mist of light. The flora here is luminescent, with great trees whose leaves are like spun gold, and flowers that bloom with a soft, internal radiance. This is the Radiant Bastion, a kingdom built on principles of beauty and truth. The sky is a flawless expanse of azure and gold. A central benevolent sun hangs eternally at the zenith, its warm rays nourishing all life below. There is no true night here, only a gentle dimming of the sun to a soft, silver glow, the Evenlight. During Evenlight, the realm becomes a tranquil garden of soft shadows and celestial music, as the glowing plants and rivers create a symphony of light and sound. The cities are architectural marvels built from white marble, polished quartz, and light-infused crystal. Spires of impossible thinness reach towards the sun, their tips glowing like captured stars. The people are the Lumen, defined by nobility, justice, and an unwavering belief in the good. Their appearance reflects the purity of their home, tall and graceful, skin that holds a faint inner glow, hair of shining gold, hair of shining silver, hair of shining platinum, eyes of sapphire blue, eyes of emerald green, eyes of warm amber. To outsiders they appear naive, arrogant, self-righteous, but the Lumen see themselves as keepers of a sacred trust, protectors of beauty and order amid cosmic chaos. Life in the Radiant Bastion is structured and serene. The Lumen channel light to heal, to build, and to protect. Their mages, light weavers, bend photons to their will, crafting solid constructs of light, bridges, barriers, and unleashing searing blasts to purify corruption. Their warriors, the Aegis Guard, wear polished, sun-forged steel armor that deflects magic. They do not fight with rage or with cunning, but with focused discipline, each move precise and purposeful. The Lumen believe light is the source of all truth, and that darkness, in all its forms, is a lie that must be exposed. Lumen society is a meritocracy built upon the pillars of wisdom, compassion, duty. They are led by the Luminary, a title bestowed by a council of paragons. The Luminary does not rule through fear or command, but through inspiration and moral authority. They are the chief arbiter of justice, the living symbol of the realm's ideals. Their seat of power is the apex of radiance, the tallest spire in Solara, from which they survey their entire kingdom. The laws are meant to guide and rehabilitate, believing even the darkest soul can be brought back into the light. Their culture is a celebration of creation and artistry. Their history is recorded in vast libraries written in glowing ink on scrolls of woven light. Legends tell of a single great creator, a being of pure light, whose last breath became their sun. Festivals in the Light Kingdom are grand and beautiful. Light weavers sculpt colossal statues of light. Musicians play harmonies that resonate with the realm. Creating beauty honors the creator and strengthens the world. Rituals are acts of communion with the light. At the peak of each day, they gather in open plazas for sun praise, a silent meditation absorbing the sun's energy, renewing and purifying spirits. They believe light is a conscious force for good. Lightweavers do not simply command light, they commune with it and ask for its aid. Their magic is restoration, protection, and revelation. They can heal grievous wounds, they can mend broken objects, they can peer into a person's heart to see truth. The Lumen view the other realms with profound sadness. The Pyrians, slaves to destructive passions. The Cryonians, trapped in cold, emotionless stasis. The Umbrans, who have embraced the darkness. The Time Kingdom, paralyzed by knowledge, unwilling to act. The Lumen believe it is their sacred duty to save the other realms. They see the coming cosmic war as the ultimate test of their ideals. They are convinced only their unwavering light can scatter the shadows and guide the lost peoples of the shattered realms back to truth and unity. In the heart of the void, equidistant from all other realms, lies the most enigmatic kingdom of all. This is the realm of time. It's not a fixed place, but a constantly shifting paradoxical land. The landscape here, honestly, just defies all logic. Ancient, moss-covered ruins might stand pristine and new one moment, only to crumble into dust the next. A young sapling can grow into a mighty, gnarled tree, and then revert to a seed in the span of a single breath. Rivers flow backward, mountains rise and fall like lungs. The very ground seems to breathe with the rhythm of ages. This is the unfolding labyrinth, a kingdom where past, present, future are not a line, but a tangled, interwoven tapestry. The sky above is, well, a bewildering spectacle. It is a vortex of swirling colors, a maelstrom of cosmic energies. Stars are born and die in fleeting moments. Nebulae coalesce and dissipate. Glimpses of other places, other times, and other possibilities flash across the heavens like lightning in a storm. There is no day or night, only the ceaseless dizzying flow of eternity made visible. The cities of the Time Kingdom are as fluid as the land itself. They're built around these massive, arcane clockwork mechanisms, whose gears and pendulums seem to measure something far more complex than just hours. The buildings phase in and out of existence, their architecture shifting from ancient to futuristic, in the blink of an eye. The people of this realm are the Cronians. They're beings who exist slightly outside the normal flow of causality. Their physical appearance is unstable. A Cronian might appear as a wide-eyed child, then an old wizened elder, then a young adult, all within the course of a single conversation. They're not aging or regressing, they're simply shifting through the different points of their own existence. This has given them a perspective that, honestly, is incomprehensible to others. They are serene and detached, their minds filled with the echoes of memories that have not yet happened and the knowledge of histories that might never be. Life in the unfolding labyrinth is not lived, but experienced. The Cronians have learned to navigate the temporal currents of their home. Their mages, known as Time Weavers, can subtly manipulate the flow of time in small, localized areas. They can speed up the healing of a wound, slow down a falling object, or peer into the tangled threads of probability to glimpse possible futures. They do not seek to control time, for they know that's impossible and honestly, catastrophic. They merely try to find their way through it. They are not masters of their element, but humble students of its infinite, maddening complexity. Cronian society is not a hierarchy of power, but a collective of observers. They are led by the Oracle, an ancient being who has become so entwined with the temporal streams that they exist in all moments at once. The Oracle does not speak in clear pronouncements. Instead, it communicates in riddles, paradoxes, cryptic visions that the other Cronians spend centuries trying to decipher. Their purpose is not to govern, but to watch. They are the librarians of all that was, is, and could ever be. Their society is dedicated to a single, solemn task: to record everything, to understand everything, and to never, ever interfere. Their culture is devoid of the ambition and passion that drive the other realms. After all, what is the point of ambition when you have already seen the outcome of all your possible choices? Their history is not a linear story, but an infinite branching tree of possibilities. They have seen themselves triumph, they have seen themselves fall. They have witnessed the birth, the death of their civilization 1,000,000 times over in 1,000,000 different ways. This knowledge is not a strength, but a terrible burden. It has rendered them passive, paralyzed by the sheer weight of infinity. Action is meaningless when all actions have already been taken. Their rituals are silent, internal meditations. They are attempts to quiet the storm of temporal noise in their minds and find a single, peaceful moment of now. They do not worship gods or primal forces. They simply observe the grand, indifferent mechanics of the universe. Their time weavers practice their art with extreme caution. They know that the smallest change can cause ripples that could unravel the fabric of reality. They see the future not as a single set path, but as a sea of possibilities, and they know the danger of trying to steer the ship. Their magic is not about change, but about understanding. The Cronians view the other realms with a sense of detached pity. Pyrians, Cryonians, Umbrans, Lumen. They see the frantic struggles of these realms as the thrashing of children in a river, unaware of the current that carries them all. They know about the coming cosmic war. They've seen it begin and end in countless ways. They've seen the darkness win. They've seen the light win. They've seen every possible outcome. This knowledge makes them the most powerful and the most useless of all the kingdoms. They hold the key to salvation, but their deepest principle is to never use it. The burden of forever is to know everything and to be able to do nothing. Scattered across all 5 kingdoms and even adrift in the empty spaces between them are the remnants of a forgotten age. These are the ancient ruins, silent testaments to the world that was. They are the bones of a civilization so old that its name is no longer remembered. In the Fire Kingdom, great stone archways stand half buried in volcanic ash. In the Ice Kingdom, foundations lie frozen deep within ancient glaciers. These ruins are a common thread, a shared, mysterious heritage, echoes of a time before the shattering. In the Shadow Kingdom, entire cities lie dormant in the deepest chasms. Their architecture is alien and unsettling. The Umbrans give these places a wide berth. They whisper the shadows there are older and colder than their own. In the Light Kingdom, some ruins are built into their cities. The strange, seamless stonework contrasts with radiant crystal and marble. In the Time Kingdom, ruins appear and disappear, sometimes pristine, sometimes decayed. The architecture is unlike anything known in the 5 kingdoms. The stone is a dark, unidentifiable material, smooth to the touch and strangely warm. There are no seams, no tool marks, no indication of how these colossal structures were built. As if they were sung into existence, they do not burn, they do not freeze, they do not decay in the twilight. They are not easily erased by the flow of time. They simply endure, a quiet and persistent question in the heart of every kingdom. Exploring these ruins is a perilous task. They are often guarded by strange, automated sentinels, constructs of stone and light that awaken to defend their silent posts from intruders. The air within them is often thick with a residual magic, disorienting and dangerous. Yet, the brave or the foolish are still drawn to them, seeking lost knowledge, seeking powerful artifacts, seeking answers to the riddle of their existence. Most find only dust and silence, but a few, the most perceptive or the most fortunate, find something more. They find the glowing runes, the last lingering voice of the world that was, a warning left for the children of the shattered realms. Etched into the surfaces of these ancient ruins are intricate glowing symbols. These are the runes. They pulse with a soft internal light. Blue, gold, their color shifting with no discernible pattern. This is not the magic of the flame callers, nor the frost weavers, nor any known discipline. It is something older, something more fundamental. The runes are a language, but one that no living soul can read. The Pyrians have tried to superheat them. The Cryonians have tried to freeze them. The Umbrans have tried to coax their meaning from the shadows. All have failed. The runes remain silent, their message locked away. However, the runes are not entirely inert. They react to the presence of the 5 elemental powers. A flame caller draws near. Certain runes flare with fiery intensity. A frost weaver passes. Another set shines cold and blue. Shadow power. Corresponding symbols stir. Light power. Golden glyphs awaken. Time. Temporal sigils ripple. The runes are like a lock. The 5 magics are the keys. No single key can open it. Scholars concluded, only when all 5 are united can the runes be read. The Cronians of the Time Kingdom know most of this, observing it across countless timelines. They call the runes the language of creation, fragmented visions, paradoxical texts. These suggest the ancients, those before the shattering, wrote them. The runes are more than message, they are magic, the source code of reality. To speak it would be to command existence. But the Cronians warn of catastrophic misuse. This is the great secret hidden in plain sight. The runes are warning and guide. They tell the shattering story, not accident, but a desperate act. The world was sundered to seal away a cosmic darkness. The ruins are the locks, the runes the instructions. Now the seals weaken, the darkness returns. The runes cry out. The five kingdoms must reunite, powers combined for preservation. The runes hold the key to salvation, a desperate plea to fractured descendants. As the cosmic balance weakens, the warnings of the runes grow stronger. Tension escalates across the shattered realms. A sense of unease, a cold premonition, seeps into the hearts of the people, even those who do not understand its source. In this climate of growing fear and paranoia, a new generation of legendary warriors begins to emerge. A fiery Pyrian man with glowing fists, a stern Cryonian woman with a spear of ice, a cloaked Umbran with shadowy daggers, a noble Lumen knight with a sword of light, and a shifting Cronian figure surrounded by temporal energy. They are not kings or queens, nor are they the leaders of their people. They are individuals of extraordinary power, each an embodiment of their realm's strength, yet touched by a destiny larger than their homeland. They are the chosen few, though they do not yet know it. They are the figures who will stand on the precipice of the coming war. From the Fire Kingdom comes Kalen, a young flamecaller with power hotter than any Ignis in living memory. He is not a nobleman, but a commoner from the Obsidian Mines, his temper as volatile as the volcanoes he grew up beside. Kalen questions the rigid honor codes and the endless pursuit of dominance that define his people. He sees the destructive potential of his fire, and for the first time in Pyrian history, he fears it. He trains in secret, not to conquer, but to control, his fists wrapped in chains as he tries to master the inferno within. He feels a pull toward the other realms, a strange curiosity his culture has always branded as weakness. In the frozen wastes of the Ice Kingdom, Lyra rises to prominence. She is a peerless tracker and a frost weaver of subtle but immense talent. Unlike her elders on the council, she does not believe patient endurance alone is the answer. She has seen the ancient ice melt at an unnatural rate and felt a warmth in the wind that does not belong. Lyra argues for action, seeking the threat before it reaches their shores. Her defiance of tradition has made her an outcast among the stoic Cryonians. But her skill and foresight have earned her reluctant respect. She crafts a spear from the heart of a glacier, preparing for a hunt unlike any other. Meanwhile, in the Veiled Dominion, a rogue assassin known only as Vesper operates outside the Court of Whispers. Vesper moves through the shadows with unmatched skill, but uses that skill not for political gain, but to uncover the truth. He has pieced together fragments of information from all five realms, creating a terrifying mosaic of the coming darkness. He sees the petty squabbles of the kingdoms as a fatal distraction. The Umbrans see him as a traitor, a loose thread in their web of secrets. Vesper believes secrecy is a luxury they can no longer afford, and he prepares to drag the secrets of all the realms into the light, no matter the cost. The shattered realms teeter on the edge of a knife. Five kingdoms, born from one, now stand as strangers and rivals. They have nurtured their differences, honed their unique powers, and wrapped themselves in the comforting cloaks of pride and prejudice. The Pyrians see a world to be cleansed by fire. The Cryonians see a storm to be endured with ice. The Umbrans see a game to be won from the shadows. The Lumens see a darkness to be banished by light. And the Cronians see a story that has already been written, its ending immutable. They are all wrong. They are five fingers of the same hand, clenched into separate fists, unaware that their only hope is to open and work together as one. The cosmic war is not a distant storm. It is a rising tide, its dark waters already lapping at the shores of every realm. It is the unnatural warmth felt by Lyra in the ice. It is the growing fear in Kaelin's fiery heart. It is the terrifying truth Vesper has pieced together in the gloom. The coming conflict is not a battle for supremacy between the kingdoms. It is a war for existence itself. A fight against an ancient, hungry void that seeks to devour all light, all shadow, all heat, all cold, and all time. The divisions that have defined the realms for centuries are now their greatest vulnerability. The very weakness that the darkness intends to exploit until nothing remains. Yet, even in the encroaching twilight, there is hope. It is a fragile, flickering flame in the face of a hurricane. This hope does not lie with kings or councils, but with the chosen few who have dared to look beyond the borders of their own understanding. It lies in the dawning realization that the five elements are not opposing forces, but complementary parts of a whole. The runes, the language of creation, cry out for this unity. The destiny of the realms is not to conquer one another, but to rediscover the balance that was so desperately shattered to protect them. The final battle will not be won by the strongest element, but by their synthesis. The stage is set, the pieces are in motion. A world where realms collide must now find its shared purpose. A fiery warrior who fears his own power. A patient huntress who demands action. A secretive spy who seeks the truth. A noble knight who must see the shades of gray, and a timeless observer who may be forced to act. These are the unlikely saviors of the shattered realms. Their journey will be one of hardship, sacrifice, a desperate quest to unite five worlds against a common doom. In the face of ultimate darkness, they must forge one destiny, or face oblivion together, alone. The time of legends is over. The time of heroes has begun.